Afternoon, boys. Just get the elephant out of the room straight away with the headlines that came after the chat I had before the Leicester game. Of course, we're so unbelievably proud by what Marcus has done on and off the pitch, and now you know what I said, and you made a headline out of one little comment that I never intended to be the focus of what I was saying. I was saying about Marcus, and now it must be nice for the boy to focus on going into training on not feeling his ankle or his shoulder or his back. Now he can just go and enjoy his football, and I think you all know that. So just so there's no more questions on that one, or you can ask Marcus about it. But anyway, it's I just wanted to start with that one, so we got it out of the way.
We'll start with Simon Stone.
Marcus, just on the club's form at the moment, how do you assess that? Because clearly there's been a lot of debate over recent results and a lot of negativity. What was your assessment of the situation?
I think at a club like Manchester United, as soon as you lose a game, this is what happens. I think for us as players, we have to just go back to basics. We have to look at ourselves and see what we can do better. We've had the conversation as a team, as we would do whether we win a game or lose a game. So, we know that the next game is another opportunity for us to improve, and that's always the aim.
Samuel Luckhurst.
Hi, Ollie.
Hi.
Just a question for you. Obviously, there's an awful lot of scrutiny that comes when there's a dip in form or a bad run, and there's been some scrutiny as well on your coaching staff. I was just wondering if you could explain what you think of them, how good a job you think they're doing. My feeling is obviously your assistant and coach. Well, he was Sir Alex Ferguson's assistant, but doesn't seem to be one of the main coaches anymore. And what the thinking is behind that approach?
Yeah, when every team will go through a patchy period, and we're in one now, poor form. We know that, and we hold our hands up, and we know we need to improve. And every team will go through that every year. We've gone through it, and we've come through it stronger. And as I've said so many times to you, Sam, and to everyone, the coaching staff that we've got, they're absolutely amazing. They're the attention to detail, the sessions they put on, the preparation that we have there. I don't think I can ask for a better staff. They're good people, good Man United people, and with one intention in mind, and that's to improve the team and help the players, help the team grow. And of course, we go through difficult times together, and like Marcus said, we've spoke as a group, as a team, about what we need to do, and hopefully the reaction will come tomorrow.
Simon Peach.
Hi there. A question for Ollie. Return to the scrutiny and the focus. What have you done in the immediate aftermath of the Leicester performance to improve things?
What I've done, as you do after every game, as Marcus said, we look through the game, we analyse the game, we look at what we did well, what we didn't do well, what we have to improve on for the next game. But you move on quickly to the next opponent, and this is Atalanta, which is a different opposition, it's a different competition. And we focus on what we need to be good at in this game. And this, as I've said, there's been loads of stuff that haven't been good enough lately, and we have put a few things right, and hopefully tomorrow we can see the result from that with a good performance. Sorry.
Laurie Whitwell.
Question for Marcus, if I may. You mentioned after the game that you guys got together and with the staff to kind of discuss what happened in the game and improve. Is that something that happens regularly? Can you have those honest, sort of frank conversations after defeats like that?
Yeah, but it's not only after defeats. I think after some games when we win and we know that we've not played well, it's as important, if not more important, to have the conversation then, because you want to nip it in the bud as soon as possible. And especially in the Premier League, you have to defend well. And I don't talk about just the back four and the goalkeeper. As a team, you have to defend as one. And against Leicester, we was just too open. It's as simple as that. They're a good footballing team, as there are a lot of them out there. And it was too easy for them to play through us. It's something that we've analysed, and we're going to do our best not to let it happen again. And the game tomorrow is the first opportunity for us to show that. So we're fully focused on that now.
Just to add on that, I think every coach, every manager, every player, we're the same. You have to know what you're doing well as well. You look at things, you make sure that you enhance those things as well, and try to eradicate the mistakes. Because if you don't know what you're doing well, that's a mistake in itself.
Carlson.
Yes, hello Ole, one for the manager.
Hi.
So there've been some players criticised after the Leicester game, and one of them is Cristiano Ronaldo, who's been called out for running and pressing too little, which is causing extra work and trouble for his teammates. Do you see this as a problem, and if so, how are you planning to sort it?
We got 11 players out there on the pitch. We got different roles and responsibilities, and we put a team out there that we really think is going to win that game. We didn't win against Leicester, so there's always going to be criticism. And Cristiano is a absolute top player, and we know what he can do for us. And he's doing everything he can do to help the team.
Andy Mitten.
Hi, a question for both of you. You've both been around the club for a long time. What's the mood like at the moment, and what would make a successful season for Manchester United this year? What are you hoping for?
I think for us as players, we want to win silverware, and the staff as well. Everyone wants to win trophies. But there's steps that you have to take to get there. You don't just win a trophy overnight. We've been on this journey for a while now. We've come close a lot of times, and we have to find the difference between coming close and getting our hands on trophies. But after the period that we're in now, it's the next game that counts. We're not going to look too far ahead. We want to improve ourselves for the next game.
Yeah, and that's when you're asking mood, Andy. It's not a gimmicky, jovial, happy camp. They're focused and determined, and as Marcus said earlier on, you look at yourself. What can I do to help the team? I've seen a reaction from the players. And probably conceding 4 goals is a big eye opener for us, that we need to improve on different levels, on loads of details.
Michael Gray.
Hi Ollie, hi Marcus.
Hi.
Ollie, after the defeat at the weekend, how important is it to bounce back in midweek? Obviously tomorrow's game. How important is that?
It's very, of course it is. It's in the Champions League, in the group stage, you got 6 games. If you win all your 3 home games and you get the result away from home, most likely you're through. And that's what we're aiming for now. The win at home against a very good Atalanta side, by the way, is going to be massive for us and a big boost.
Chris Wheeler.
Yes, hi Ollie. All the indications are that you have the full backing of the club. Do you feel safe in the job, and do you think this team is going in the right direction?
We've progressed over the years. 6th, the first when I was there for half a season. Then 3rd, 2nd. You can see the progress, improvement, development. And this season, we still want to improve. Yeah, we've signed some players that have raised expectations. Other teams have signed players and improved as well. So we're in the same boat as all the top teams. That there's pressure all the time. There's pressure on me, of course, and but we've been through this before, and we've come through it as stronger as individuals and as a team. So I'm just looking forward to the response now. And as you said, I'm in dialogue with the club all the time. So that's an open and honest discussion all the time.
Rob Dawson.
One for Marcus, if I may. The manager touched on it at the start that you've played through quite a long period with different levels of niggles and injuries. How tough has that been to play through the pain? And now you're injury free. How does it feel? Does it feel like almost like a fresh start for you?
Yeah, in a sense. But to be honest, I don't really need to speak about that now. It's in the past, and I just want to look forward now and just be the best player that I can be and give what I can give for the club and for my teammates. So a lot of my focus now is just purely on the next game and so on.
Damashi.
Hi, Ollie.
Hi.
I'm not sure whether you saw the debate they were having on Monday Night Football last night between Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher.
No, I didn't. I prefer not to watch them too.
Okay, I mean, look, just to let you know, Gary Neville wasn't willing to call out any manager to lose his job, whereas Jamie Carragher said, look, United need a better manager. They won't win the Premier League and the Champions League under the current manager. Do you listen to comments like that? Does it affect you, and how would you respond to that?
No, it doesn't affect me. But of course, you see some of them comments once in a while. I didn't know what he was saying now. But of course, we got Liverpool on Sunday as well. So Jamie is always looking at all these little things. I've got my values. I've got my way of managing, and I believe in myself. As long as the club believes in me, I'm pretty sure that Jamie Carragher's opinion is not going to change that.
Simone Fonole.
Buongiorno, volevo chiedere... Hello everyone. I wanted to ask both of you a question, if you don't mind. What do you think about Atalanta? An overall impression about Gasperini, the manager, how he manages, his philosophy on football, and which is the player that you're most afraid of tomorrow from Atalanta? I can start. It's first of all, I'm very impressed by Atalanta's way of the Atalanta way, to put it that way, and the style they play, the way they develop players, the results they've had in the last few years. The manager is clearly very, very strong, and he wants his team to play in a certain way. Of course, we signed Ahmad from Atalanta, and we've watched him quite a lot. And it's a team that with attacking philosophy that I think most lovers of football enjoy and like. And one player, I don't think it's fair to pick out one player, because I think it's a team that with a style that will cause you problems. But with good individual players, definitely, But it's wrong to name just a one.
Marcus, you want to answer that too?
Yeah, I think they have a very aggressive style of play, I'd say, both in attack and defensive situations. So it's a team that it's definitely going to be a tough game. It's going to definitely be an intense game. But it's the type of test that we want. It's the type of test that we're going to thrive off, and I believe that this game can bring the best out of our players. So hopefully, we get the tough game that we want and show people what we can do.
We'll go last questions for Evin Holt.
Hi, Ole.
Hi.
I guess he might not be involved against this former club tomorrow, but how is Amad Diallo doing following his injury, and what's the plan with him this season? Will he go in alone in January?
Ahmad trained his first session with the team on Friday before Leicester, and is still continuing that rehab, getting more and more training session with the full team, probably play in the 23s very soon when he's ready for that. And I've got to say his development has been exactly what we want from him. He's come here learning the language, learning the way we play. He's strong, he can take the ball, and we have to make a decision before Christmas what we're going to do, what he's going to do, if he is going to play enough here, which is possible, or if the next step is for him to play somewhere else and then come back in the summer. That's a decision for later. But he's developing very, very nicely. But this injury, of course, was bad timing, as every injury is, of course.